Hi traders, I'm Samor of WaveFX Academy, and in this video we'll be looking at EURUSD as a pair selected by you, the members in the Telegram channel. Now before we get started with the analysis, don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video to show your support, and also click the notification button as I'll be making more of these type of videos for you in the future. Alright, so let's get started with this analysis. Now here we're looking at a clear downtrend in market, and we have seen price holding firm to this downtrend line time and time again. Right now, the interesting thing that we must look at is where we are right now in the market, and we have found that this little area right about these levels were once acting as resistance to the market. As we got above the area with this strong impulse, it acted as support here. It acted as support coming down, and now we're acted as resistance with the price breaking out, and we're now getting a retest of this area. Now, another situation to look at is the fact that at this stage in the market, we had a strong impulsive move coming out of this support zone here. Now, in this impulsive move, we found that the market broke above that same resistance level here, retraced, and then pushed higher. Now, will we get the same situation here where the market broke above this strong resistance level here? We're getting the retracement taking place at this stage. Will we see a continuation to the upside to complete, how should I say, as another cycle, or repeat this process in itself, right? So that's an interesting thing to look at. So the overall trajectory of this from a monthly perspective would be for the market to revisit about $1.25. Now, another situation that we have to look at here on the monthly time frame is that we are coming out of a double bottom pattern, and this you're seeing as one leg of that pattern, and here you're seeing the other leg of the pattern. Now, out of every double bottom pattern, what you generally find happening is the market revisit the neckline, and this level here would become our neckline. So we have impulse, correction, impulse, and then we are looking now for the market to revisit the neckline. We are already getting an impulsive move here, so let's see if we'll have another situation like this taking place to get the market into that area, right? So these are the situations that we have to now look at in terms of EURUSD from a monthly perspective. Now, we can also take a look in terms of getting information on this little leg here. We're seeing the retracement coming in. Where can the market complete its retracement, or what information can we pick up on this move? And we can utilize Fibonacci at this stage. We can take it to the highs here, and we're seeing that this same area, which is around that resistance level, previous support now acting, or previous resistance now acting as support, it is falling in line with the market's 38% zone. So again, we're likely to see the market coming in, finding its way here, and then potentially reject, or we might find bullish impulse coming out of the market, right? So this is another situation. So from a monthly perspective, we are looking for the market to be bullish. Now, when we take things down on the weekly time frame, what are we seeing at that stage? Looking at the market from a weekly perspective, what can we identify since the market came out of its support zone, which is down here? Now, this would have been weekly resistance, and we find price breakout, correct, and push higher, right? So again, this is also if we want to get into Elliott waves analysis, we're seeing where we could classify this entire move here as the completion of a third wave out of the Elliott wave cycle. This being your first drive here, the market's correction at this stage here to give you wave 2, and here we're getting wave 3. Now what we should be getting now in terms of a correction out of the market is anything into wave 4, and then from there getting back wave 5. Now that is also what we're seeing on the monthly time frame in terms of the market is likely to get into the 38 zone, which is around about this area, right? We identify that to be about $1.15. So that's the same area that we should be looking at, which is also a key support zone from the weekly perspective. We're seeing it, the market acted as resistance here. Market acted as resistance there. Previous resistance now should be acting as market support. The next thing we want to look at is how and where will the market likely to complete this retracement. To get this information, again, we can go to Fibonacci. And what we'll be using is the most recent impulse out of the market, which would be coming out of this little zone. Why? Because at this stage, we found some form of resistance here. The market broke out, retraced into that area, and then started a new impulse. So that's really what we want to get the information on. And if we take the Fibonacci from this stage here and we take it to the top of that overall zone, we're seeing now where the market came into the 50% level of that Fibonacci retracement. And now we're seeing bullish impulsive move coming out of the market. So again, we can anticipate a bullish trajectory from the EURUSD, right? Now, final stage of analysis is to break things down on a 1 hour perspective. Or sorry, not a 1 hour, but a daily perspective. And from the daily time frame, what can we observe in the market? We find price consolidating in this area. Then we got a breakout of that zone followed by a retest, right? Now we're now seeing coming into the day bearish price action. Now this bearish price action is coming naturally out of this rejection level here. Previous support now acting as resistance. We're seeing that coming out. So what can we expect out of the market? We were saying initially from the weekly time frame that we're likely to see price coming into these areas here before we get the further push to the upside. So can we anticipate any form of movement out of the market to the downside from this perspective? And that's exactly what we will be doing in terms of how we will be analyzing this from the 4-hour time frame to execute the trade. So again, ideally we would want to see some form of movement out of the market here and then potentially breaking above this resistance zone here, maybe giving you a slight retest and then continuation to the upside. So ideally this would be the scenario for EURUSD. Now, as promised, I said that once I identify a setup that meets my trading requirement, I will be sharing this trade with you, and I'll be giving you both entries, stop loss, and take profit levels for this particular trade. Now, all my trades are taken from the 4-hour time frame, right? And here we'll be monitoring this trade as the market gets about these zones. So this area now becomes the area for us to observe to see how well the market reacts to price as it approaches this zone. And if we're seeing any requirement that meets our strategy, then I will be sharing that trade with you guys in the Telegram channel so you can be on the lookout for that particular setup.